if it isn't my sweet, lovely wife. The way you looked at me in our reception tonight, with such lust, made me so flustered. Or am I confusing your lust with rage? It is really hard to tell with you Amazonians. Even on the rare occasion when you do actually smile, your brows are furrowed like an ogre. Darius, please set her down to her knees right in front of me. Undo her ropes, and that will be all that I need from you. I am sure Darius was not too rough with you, dear wife. Wow, somebody is not in the mood for a romantic night. And here I was hoping to get lucky with a cute Amazonian number like yourself. Fine then, we'll cut right to the chase. I know you realize this marriage was for political control with the Amazons. You, Diana, the princess of all Amazons, hold a lot of power amongst your people. It was only a shame that you were caught by my army and kept as a prisoner of war. The cold, harsh cells in our dungeon must not have been a nice place to spend your winter nights. I can already see the scars from your most recent battle. They look painful. By the way, how is that cute little necklace treating you? I would call it a collar, but even I know my limits on teasing you Amazons. It's a dandy little thing, isn't it? All it contains is a small piece of an emerald gem, and somehow that's enough to completely subdue your powers. I hope you don't mind, but we're gonna keep that on you for now. At least until we have some mutual trust between us. Oh, is that right? You'd never trust a villain like me. Don't flatter me too much with those harsh words of yours. I'm not used to receiving so many compliments at once. I suppose I should not blame you. My reputation is not the strongest. Even amongst my own people. It is funny to me. Just because my stepfather, Caesar, was a dictator, people believe I will follow his path of tyranny. Or maybe they're just upset that I'm not a pureblood. Like as if I was not adopted, somehow it would make me more fit to be an emperor? Like, is it really my fault that I was left an orphan? Why do I have to bear the shame of my parents abandoning me? It wasn't even my fault. I'm sorry, I lost my composure there. Anyway, I am sure you've heard all the fun stories about me. How I rule with an ironclad fist and my enemies are practically non-existent. How I wish to keep the peasants poor and use their money for my luxuries. After all, I am just an arrogant, money-hungry emperor, aren't I? I'm sure you've heard it all. But maybe you might be able to see that. That is not what I want, Diana. I just wish to create harmony between our people. A world with peace and justice. That is the real reason why I chose to wed you. I want Amazons and humans to get along. I want to put an end to this decade-long war. I see you are still not keen on trusting me. I cannot blame you. The part about me being evil is still very much true. After all, I had you locked up in our dungeon for more than a month. It must be difficult, even for someone as strong as you. And those scars across your arms do not look very pleasant, especially on a lady. I can have someone look at them for you. Your unwillingness to comply will only make it harder for the both of us. And it will also mean that your collar stays on for longer. Don't get me wrong, it will stay on for long. At least until you understand my true intentions with our marriage. And Diana, I will tell you this now. Collar or no collar, I wouldn't advise you to try and fight me regardless. I know you are an Amazon and you are strong. I am just a human, but Caesar trained me to be a warrior. I already have the blood of your fellow Amazons on my hands. It would be a shame to have yours on it too. Are we clear? And what will you do if I speak ill of your fellow people that way? Is the Amazon princess going to throw a hissy fit in my chambers? It's best if you face the reality of the situation. You are powerless against me, and whether you like it or not, I will have control over Amazons. I'll never. I already have. With this marriage, you are now the queen, and I, their king. Did they not tell you this? I had instructed my men to tell you. Diana, your sister, Livia's, she did not survive her illness. I am sorry. I've heard that you were really fond of her. I wish things could have been different. Me? You think I had a hand in her death? If necessary, I would have just enslaved her for marriage instead of you. I have no reason to kill someone unnecessarily. But still, I understand you are in an emotional position right now. Yet, you have my condolences. Truly. Regardless, I have heard that you are quite the smart Amazon. Usually, all you people care about is brute force and barbaric fighting, so it is surprising to me that one of you brickheads finally tapped into using your brain for once. Even amongst humans, it is a known fact that you are well educated and witty. If, and I mean if, you are to come around, maybe I will be willing to lend some power to you. Not a great deal, but I will let you have control over parts of our ministry. Furthermore, I want you joining me on meetings with our ministry regarding our empire and also regarding the Amazons. It's important that you keep up to date with your people too. For now, though, you are on a completely different schedule. After a couple of days of rest, I will have Valentine come and teach you our fashion. Be nice to her. She has a soft heart, so please, Diana, watch your tongue. She is a fragile person. After that, we will get you started on lessons on conversation. Humans have a very different tradition to yours. It is important that you learn the way of our people. How we talk, how we live, how we work. I do not need a clueless empress by my side. There are concubines for that. So it is important that you keep up to date with all of this information. Finally, we will talk. I need to know about your people just as much as you need to know about mine. And since you are the princess of the Amazons, there is no better source. Do not be foolish. I do not care what you want. Such funny notions you have, Diana. But really, I do not care. You get no choice in this. After all, you are my wife. I have ownership and control over you. I choose what is best for... Maybe that is not how marriage works within the Amazons, but it is how it will work here. I make the decisions. Diana, I would watch my tongue if I were you. I have been a respectable spouse up until now, because no matter how much my people might despise you, I have learned that Amazons are worthy of respect. And that is because I met you. The worthiest Amazon that the worthiest woman I have met. Please do not put mud in that respect that I have for you. Diana, it is not a secret to either of us. Humans are not welcoming of your kind here. They are definitely not welcoming of this marriage either. Which is why I choose to do it. Whether you agree or not, I do wish for change. I want betterment for everyone. And I want to put an end to this decade-long war. I want humans and Amazons to get along together. I do not claim to be a saint. Do you not understand that I must live as a villain to keep people in check? That is the price I pay as emperor. Soon you will see this too as empress. But alas, we have not enough time in the night to have that conversation yet. Think of me as a villain if you may. Now, under usual circumstances, I would bed you. But I do not think you would be in favor of that. Diana, you are not a good liar. I am evil, yes, but far from ugly. And I'm happy that I can say the same for you. I might even consider you a little bit cute. For an Amazon, of course. Oh, you look at me with such anger. How affectionate. Anyway, I have asked Valentine to prepare a bath for you. It is best for my nose that you take a shower imminently. There are clothes for you to change into, and then you can join me in bed. You refuse. Well, I guess you can take the floor then. You have already spent more than a month sleeping on cold, hard bricks in my dungeon. A soft carpet might be like heaven for you. Oh, and if I have not already made myself clear enough yet, do not do anything stupid. I will not hesitate to hurt you if I must, so do not pull my strings. Please. Now, run along and take a bath. And Diana, make sure you use every soap at your disposal for the sake of my good rest and sleep at night. Good night, my wife.